My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This breakdown is brought to you by Premium Membership. Premium Membership brings you all sorts of betting and fantasy tools to help you make money. Things like exclusive 2, 3, and 4 leg parlays, betting calculators, parlay calculators, daily fantasy ownership projections, fighter salary rankings, and so much more. Check it out now at WeWantPicks.com. Scroll to the top and click Become a Member. And don't forget, we are giving away $50. All you need to do is go to WeWantPicks.com/bets, sign up with any one of our betting partners, make a deposit, and we send you $50 as a thank you. That's WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit, we send you $50.
Look at that picture of Gustafsson. Jesus Christ.
He's a little sloppy.
He looks like he's Monday after a bender. Yeah.
He looks like in, I'm not a big comic book movie guy.
He looks like he put cigarettes out on his own arm.
He looks like when Thor went on his bender after the world ended. That's what Alexander Gustafsson
bender. You just took what I said.
Well, he literally, okay, do me a favor. Next up, at UFC London, we have Nikita Krylov taking on Alexander Gustafsson. Alexander Gustafsson, 18-7 overall. 3-fight losing streak, 2 years away from the cage. Nikita Krylov, 27-9 overall, and he's coming off of that loss to Paul Craig where he was winning, decided that he should be grappling, a world-level grappler in MMA, and then got himself submitted. Nikita Krylov is a well-rounded guy, though. He's very good wrestling, solid striking as well. He has nice forward pressure, and he mixes his punches and kicks in really, really well. You can see how he puts it all together. Just go back, watch that Ed Herman knockout. He started with a nice boxing exchange. He ended it at close range with a head kick that just put Ed Herman out. And he did all of that while moving forward. So, the fight's a little while ago, but it's really impressive to watch that fight finishing combination. And he isn't just a striker, though. He's got solid takedowns. He averages more than one per fight. You can question his fight IQ, though. I mentioned he's coming off that Paul Craig loss. He did triple the strikes, but he decided to grapple, and he got himself submitted. Alexander Gustafsson is coming back after 2 years away and a 3-fight losing streak. But don't let that recent record fool you, right? He's very good. His last loss was a fight at heavyweight, which I don't know why he was fighting at heavyweight. Before that was a rematch loss to John Jones. But if you remember the first loss to John Jones, most of the world thought he won that fight. Style-wise, he's a striker with solid accuracy, solid power, and fantastic takedown defense. Alexander Gustafsson at his prime was one of the best. What the hell was that?
Someone said I look like I'm sitting in a chair from a 97 Honda Civic Coupe, so I think he's right. They look like the kind of the cloth seats a little bit.
In his prime, Alexander Gustafsson was a top guy on the planet, but at 35 years old, 2 years removed from his last fight, is he still the same fighter, or are we going to get a Herbert Burns situation on our hands here? It's a really tough pick because these odds are 2-1 favoring Krylov. That's a little surprising to me. Like, sure, Gustafsson is 2 years removed from his last fight and 5 years removed from his last win, but he's good. He's a very talented guy, and frankly, Krylov is just okay. Nikita Krylov is well-rounded. He's tough, but he is not and never will be as accomplished as Gustafsson is. So listen, can Nikita win this fight? Yeah, and he probably does. But I don't think I'm going to bet it, right? The reason I'm going to go with Nikita here is his chin. He has lost to some of the best in the world, but he's only been knocked down one time. I have no idea what Gustafsson is going to look like 2 years away, but I imagine he's going to be older, slower, worse for the wear, almost like what Miesha Tate looked like at UFC Long Island, right? Just slow, just sluggish, like cement shoes. Again, I'm just going to watch this fight because Alexander Gustafsson was one of the best to do it for a while there. So lots of question marks, but Nikita Krylov is the pick. What do you think, Jakey Boombats?
Yeah, this UFC London card, I think a lot of favorites win, but I think a lot of them are pretty overvalued. You see a lot of minus 250s, 300s. This is one of those matchups where I saw these odds, and I'm like, yes, please. I put 1.8 units on Krylov to win a unit back. I got him at minus 180. I think he's at minus 190 right now. Listen, if you want to pick Gustafsson because of what he's done in the past, hats off to you. More power to you. From what I've seen lately, it looks like he's lost a step. The guy retired and then came back and said, let me be a heavyweight, got submitted by a 42-year-old. I know the 42-year-old's a very good, grappler and jiu-jitsu guy, but not a good look. And then he's gone again. Now he's like, okay, let me come back to 205. I think that I don't think he's going to try and find himself again. He knows he's not going to compete for a title again. Maybe this is one last run. I hope, I don't have nothing against Gustafsson. If he comes back at 205 and looks like even 80% of what he was, he should be able to dominate this fight in the striking. The issue is it looked like he was slowing down already before he retired. Then he came back a heavyweight, looked not great in that matchup, and now he's trying to come back again at 205. I don't like the time off. I don't like the way he was looking before he took the time off. Krylov isn't like this super accomplished striker or wrestler, but he does have the wrestling in his back pocket. So if he does get in trouble with the striking of Gustafsson, if Gustafsson comes out, starts looking sharp, I think he's going to be able to get the takedowns and control positions there on the ground. So Krylov, I think, is an easy pick. And I'm going to put money on him as well. Unless, honestly, I kind of hope I'm wrong because I do like Gustafsson. If he comes back and looks great, I don't think that's bad for the division at all. But, I'm not going to trust Gustafsson. A guy that anytime you retire and then you try to come back, it's like, I just don't think stuff like that works. So I'm going Krylov. He's got my money. As far as a finish goes, what was his DraftKings? Can you switch back if you don't mind? I think it might be decent value, $8,600. I don't know if he's going to get a finish, but I think it's decent value with the takedowns.
Yeah, it's just so tricky. I mean, we started this card talking about there's a bunch of fighters here, a year removed, 2 years removed. It's so hard breaking those down because you don't know what you're going to get. I see people commenting that, yeah, Gustafsson's soft in this picture, but you can see his abs in his Instagram. So it's like
Instagram.
You just don't know what you're going to get when somebody's been gone for that long. But I agree, he retired. It wasn't injuries. And this could be a money thing. He could be retired and be like, oh, I can't really make money doing anything else. So you just don't know. Nikita Krylov's
he's probably on a decent contract, right? Because he was up there, right? So yeah, it might be one of those on board and let me get a quick 50, 100 grand or whatever it is. So
yeah. So I like Nikita to win. I recognize Alexander Gustafsson's accomplishments, and even like you said, if he's just even a decent percentage of what he used to be, he should be able to win this fight. $8,600 for Nikita Krylov. I will disagree with you. I think that's a lot of money against somebody as good as Gustafsson. Granted, 2 years removed, you don't know what you're going to get there. So a lot of you like Gus in the chat. A lot of you think he's a bum. Pick your side here because the pricing is pretty fair, right? I think it's factoring everything in. Solid pricing. Monkey Knife Fight Strike Line, 71 to 56. This is another one. This is a weird week. I'm saying stay away from a lot. You just don't know what you're going to get with Alexander Gustafsson. So because of that, you got to stay away. Is Nikita going to crack him once and Gus is just going to, oh my God, why am I doing this? Why did I come back? Or is he going to come out and just look fantastic? I don't know. I'm not touching the strike line. What do you think?
One more.
Okay. The other thing that's important to note here is Monkey Knife Fight has Knockout Kings. You don't need to do the strike lines. If you can just pick any 3 fighters you want in the entire card, and if one of them wins by knockout, you make some money. If you think Alexander Gustafsson is that washed up, Nikita Krylov should be in your Knockout Kings for Monkey Knife Fight. Check that out. WeWantPicks.com/MKF. You want $50 for free. WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit. We send you $50 as a thank you. Literally that simple. $50. WeWantPicks.com/bets.